What is good, everybody? Hope you guys are all enjoying your Friday. Today is definitely my best day I've ever had in a while. Not only just trading, but just in general. Today I'm up over $1,300 today trading the Nasdaq, and today I passed my first ever funded account, which is an absolute blessing. And I just want to give a moment to just thank God and thank everyone who has helped me, because without the Lord, He really brought me here, and I didn't really do it myself. It was really all Him, through just believing in Him and believing in the process I got here. And I just advise everyone, whether you have passed one or not, just never quit on your dreams, and just keep on pushing no matter through thick and thin. I know it's cliche to say, but it's real. But I took two trades today. The first one I lost, and the second one I dubbed to then pass my funded ball. I'll bring you guys through both of those trades, and yeah, let's get into it. So coming in the morning, we had this leg that we dumped off of because of Israel, I believe, and just, government stuff, you know what I mean? Politics, all that kind of stuff. There was something with Israel that caused price to dump 2%. And what happened is as we dumped, we created these equal lows, and Asia lows are down here, right? And through the open, pre-market, we had been rebalancing this leg, and 0.5 was right here. I'll kind of just mark that out right now. And what happened market open was, as we were rebalancing this range, we had came down to this 15-minute fair value gap. And keep in mind, shorts, we had an SMT at these highs, I believe. At these highs, I think. And what happened is price had came down into this 15-minute fair value gap. I did not want to see shorts off this just because we had not rebalanced this range back to equilibrium. So we had an SMT at the highs, and then we had tapped back into this 15-minute fair value gap. And we had SMT at the lows, right? So we had taken out the sell side level pre-market, and then we had a higher time frame SMT at the 15-minute FVG. And then we had our internal model, which you would say is our inverse fair value gap, and then our change in state. And I put my stops at this low. And the reason why I wanted to see this, yes, one, this was pre-market, so it obviously was not the best trade ever just because it was pre-market, and I usually do not take pre-market setups. But I just took it because it was very clean. I wanted to see price come back to equilibrium. We had SMT inside of a 15-minute fair value gap, which is a higher time frame PD array. We had higher time frame SMT. We took sell side out. ES was lagging the whole time. And then we had our internal model, and then I got stopped out, and then price ran to my full take profit. I was going to go break even at this 15-minute fair value gap right here. So I would have went break even right here, and then I would have went full TP right here. So that was my first trade. That was my first trade pre-market. I don't usually trade pre-market, which is why it was not the best trade in the world. It was good if it was obviously when market opened, but I wanted to see a manipulation leg to equilibrium of the range, and possibly these highs right here, this Asia high. So I'll go through my second trade. That was the first trade. Got stopped, then ran to full TP for about a 1 to 1.1 RR. And then my second trade was actually like it was a very, very, very good trade. But what happened is market obviously opened after us getting stopped out. We manipulated the upside. So we have accumulation, manipulation right here. You could say this was our manipulation leg, and then obviously this is our distribution. But what happened is price had manipulated market open. So market open right here, and then manipulated. And then what happened is we tapped 0.5 of this leg right here, this huge leg. This is when we were down 2%. We tapped 0.5 of this range, so you could see price bounce after that, right? And we had also tapped these Asia highs, which is this hourly fair value gap high right here, or the low of it, if you will. So we tapped this hourly fair value gap right here. Hold on. We tapped the hourly fair value gap. We had SMT right here. And I wanted to originally see this short play out nicely, but we had not changed state yet. Then what happened is price had came up, turtle souped my highs, and then we had another SMT at Asia highs and this high. So I was like, okay, perfect. We are rebalanced. We tapped Asia highs. We have two SMTs, two internal SMTs, and honestly an external SMT. And now I want to see shorts. So I took my trade off of this. Hold on. This inverse fair value gap, and then I had my change in state as well, and then I took shorts right. I'll turn my executions on just so you guys don't think I'm trolling. I got entered right after the change in state, right? So we had came back, and I got in on this candle right here, And then here's where it kind of, you know what I mean? Here's where I'll get more into like the actual trade itself. So we had tapped in. So after I got in, we had tapped into this 3-minute inverse or this 3-minute fair value gap, back into the 1-minute inverse fair value gap, and then news was right here. So news had originally pushed us up into the 3-minute fair value gap and back into our 1-minute inverse fair value gap, and I was like, oh crap. But then what happened is we had been chopping, and I went break even right here just because this is 0.5 of this leg right here, and this is where you could see price bounce and possibly go higher, but as you can tell, we did not. But I went break even at this 0.5 range right here. So as soon as we started to displace through this low and the change in state after chopping, I put my stops to break even just because we could bounce right there. And then I originally wanted to see Asia lows. I put my TP all the way at Asia lows, but obviously that was pretty deep, and I only needed to secure like $1,500. So yeah, I just got out as soon as I got out around like 1650, but I only needed $1,500 to pass my account. And yeah, so I got out right here. ES had taken this low, but I just got out right here because I secured my profit for the day. I passed my funded, and any more money wouldn't have done me anything. And if anything, I could have went break even and not got out and was just playing greedy. So I got out when I took profits, and that's all I needed to pass my account. And yeah, so first ever funded account passed. So now I'm able to, play conservatively and finally get a payout in the near future. And yeah, so that's my 2 trades for the day. The first one I lost around $350, and the first one I banked for $1,650, just around that. And then my total P&L for the day is $1,300 or $1,316. So $1,316.44. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoy. But yeah, those are the 2 trades. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Keep on grinding. Back test. Get better outside of trading. Work out. Eat healthy. Do everything you need to do. Enjoy your time with your loved ones. And I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless. Peace out.